Hi, I'm Tom Hughes. Thanks for watching Channel 6. Today we're talking with Council President Lisa Bayley. So Lisa, tell us 3 things that are coming up for the City of Red Wing.
Well, Tom, in this year we've got a couple of big projects on our plate. We have a lot of planning and getting ready for some very significant projects that are going to be happening down on the waterfront and on Main Street, Highway 61. Now those projects won't actually happen for another year from now, but it's going to take that long to actually get all of the planning and funding in place. We're hoping to get funding for what we're calling our Riverfront Renaissance Project, which is going to be a pretty significant project down on the riverfront that will involve putting in some bicycle trails and paths in front of Red Wing Grain along the riverfront that will actually connect Levy Park to Bay Point Park.
And I think a lot of people say River Renaissance, that's including the bridge, isn't it? And that doesn't have anything to do with that, right?
No, actually, that's completely separate. That's going to happen actually later. Of course, we have to try to coordinate the whole thing, which just adds to the complication. But in addition to the park, or rather the bike trail, we're actually going to raise up the street along Old West, or along the river there, so that we don't have the same flooding problems we have every year.
Yep.
Now, and then that way pedestrians can actually walk along the trail instead of walking on the street. We're also going to work on some more dockage for transient boaters, so they can actually just come visit Red Wing a couple hours, have dinner, go to see a show, and then leave.
And not have it be a big deal, because right now it's kind of a big deal.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
That'll make it much, much easier. Now, all those things are contingent on receiving funding from the state, but we're working very hard on that. We're hopeful that we're going to get that this year.
Is there something about rerouting traffic, the truck traffic going by the Y too?
Exactly. That'll be another part of the project. You know, that's such a busy intersection. People are crossing the street, trying to get into the Y, get down to the depot, the farmer's market. We're going to work on a way to make that a much safer intersection.
Good. Now tell us about the bridge a little bit.
Well,
that's been going for a long time.
That has, and they're actually going to be building it in 2017, I believe. They've just selected what they feel is going to be the actual design. It's pretty plain. It's flat. It's
not anything like the Hastings Bridge. That was one of the designs, but I heard it's a lot cheaper.
It's much less expensive. Now, we're not paying for that. The city isn't paying for that. That's all going through the state. But we'll be coordinating with the state on how that bridge and the access route through the city, how that happens. So that'll be a significant piece of planning as well.
Cool. And what's number 3?
Well, those are all actually the pieces that are just on the planning side. Probably the second most important thing is the incinerator.
Oh, sure, okay.
We need to make a decision about whether or not to reopen our incinerator. I don't know if you remember, but we shut it down back last July, and we have to decide, do we want to start it up again and have to buy a lot of new equipment to refurbish it in the coming years, which may be a good way to go, but very expensive. Or we can continue the way we're doing it now, which is it's shut down. We do all of the site recycling and sorting and everything out at the campus out there, but we bring all of the garbage actually to the NSP incinerator for shredding and incineration.
That's down by Colville Park, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And Xcel Energy's been quite good working with us on that arrangement, but in order to do that project, we have to buy a lot of new equipment. So either way, it's going to take a lot of money and a lot of planning and making some pretty significant decisions.
We'll try and keep people informed.
Absolutely, that would be great.
City Council President Lisa Bayley, I'm Tom Hughes. Thanks for watching Channel 6.